When it comes to gas stations, many people see it as a place where you're in and out in as little time as possible. It's somewhere that everyone has been more times than they can count, and it's become part of our regular routines. But these clips we're about to show you are anything but ordinary, and gas stations set the scene for some of the most crazy, wild, and disturbing incidents ever to be captured on camera. It was a late night at a Valero gas station in Albuquerque, New Mexico when police arrived on scene. They'd received a call about a mysterious vehicle that had been parked near the pumps for several hours and had been sent there to investigate.
APD, he's away. Albuquerque Police. APD. APD, man. Just... Can you step out of the car for me, man? You're not in trouble. Don't even try to start it.
After approaching the vehicle, they realized that the driver had been passed out in the driver's seat with alcohol bottles near him. It was clear that the man was just drunk and knocked out. The officers confronted the man, asking a few questions and requesting that he call someone who could come by and take the vehicle home as he was in no state to be driving.
You realize you could hurt someone doing this? You could hurt yourself.
I'm not hurting anybody.
You're drunk.
I went through I called you guys didn't do
Sorry.
I waited 9 days.
I'm sorry, that wasn't me.
I had to get my beat for you guys to do.
Although the man wasn't under arrest nor was his car getting impounded, the conversation between him and the police still managed to get heated. The man then asked if he could go in his car to grab his phone to call someone, and the officers agreed. But just moments after he sat down, he started rummaging through the passenger side compartments, and an officer was quick to call out that he was reaching for a gun. Immediately, all 3 cops on the scene fired a shot, which ended up killing the man.
Well, I'm gonna call somebody.
Okay, where's your phone?
Yeah, I do have my phone.
Okay, can you call somebody?
Can I walk to my car?
Anyone, back up. No. Grab your phone and come back out.
Yes, sir. 156. Heading on to the
Gun! 8613, can you get supervision? Star 4355, we got one down.
What was just a regular day for this Kansas City gas station turned into any business owner's nightmare when this man walked in. Just moments before, he'd been harassing customers outside, acting bizarrely, and even throwing bags of ice at regular customers leaving the establishment. The moment he walked in, chaos ensued. He started by knocking over produce shelves before screaming erratically at the cashier behind the counter. He continues his gas station rampage by knocking over more items before actually approaching the employee head-on. The man gets as close to the employee as possible, with only the glass separating them, demanding an apology, all while throwing the products around that were placed on the counter. He then moves on to the rest of the store, knocking over anything he can see and breaking things.
Call me something else! Tell him! I'll do that! Then I'll get back out. I swear to God, you get back out. And stick on my... Yeah! You said apologize! Apologize to me right now! This is what you're worried about? You worried about this?
Cooperate with the need the soul right now, otherwise we have to call 911.
And the police are here? That's not even what?
This clip shows a situation going from tense to deadly. Royce City police attempt to talk to a man outside of a gas station store when things suddenly get heated. It was obvious that the man was in no mood to talk. Instead, he decided to run from the police. In this short but intense scuffle with the cops, the officers managed to grab the gun that was in the suspect's possession and ended up shooting him with it, causing the man to fall to the ground.
Come on over here and talk to me for a second.
What for though?
I just told you why. Come over here and talk to me. Let's go.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, over here.
Keep your hands out of your pockets.
Oh, sorry. Hang on, nothing.
You got a gun on you. Do not.
Yeah, do not reach for it. Put your hand.
What are you doing, dude? What are you doing?
Look your hands! Look at your hands! We have 311 shots fired! Shots fired!
Cumberland police arrived to this gas station after receiving a call that an intoxicated man was outside of the establishment offering alcohol to random customers. The man had already been subject to a welfare check earlier in the day, and this incident, combined with the clear intoxication, meant that he was in no state to drive. But instead of dealing with the police, the man decides to try and flee, which takes the police away from the gas station into a chase, which ends up with him crashing his vehicle into a lake.
Okay, I'm gonna have you turn the car off. What? Your headlights are on. You shut those off too. And hand me the keys.
For what?
Because plates don't match the vehicle. The vehicle hasn't been registered since 2019. Why are you driving it? You said you have a Jaguar.
I do have a Jaguar.
Well, why aren't you driving that?
Because there's no brakes.
Then you probably shouldn't be driving.
I'm gonna go peacefully. As soon as you even do anything, I'm gone.
323, can you park behind him? He is threatening to flee.
Can you hear me?
Ruben!
Don't fucking matter. I'm not going to prison. Yeah, you will.
Okay, we don't want to stand out here, but we're not angry. We're not gonna get angry. This whole situation is so recoverable.
It's not recoverable.
It is. I promise you it is.
Okay, what about your back pockets? Can you turn around and face away from me?
The gas station is on the brink of collapse after an insane car crash sent a vehicle hurling towards it at unreal speeds. The impact was so severe that the roof of the gas station was barely hanging on. These motorbike drivers make a run for it as their bikes suddenly burst into flames beside a gas pump at the station. Frantically, they jump off their bikes, but not before the fire catches on their clothes. At a gas station in Milwaukee, two vehicles ended up rolling through the concrete fence at high speeds, almost crashing into the pumps that were stationed there. When firefighters turned up on the scene, they looked inside both of them only to find that both vehicles were empty, their drivers nowhere to be found.
Crash goes smashing through a gas station fence, narrowly missing the gas pumps. Again, this happened at 37th and North. When we arrived on the scene, right as the police were getting here, they opened the doors to this vehicle, nobody inside. Firefighters then supported this vehicle so that it didn't roll over, busted out the driver's side window that's facing up there, looked inside, nobody inside either vehicle. So kind of a puzzling crash here.
This extreme case of road rage turned fatal after a man was stabbed following an altercation on the road. The man with the hat had apparently been cut off in traffic by the other driver and then followed to this gas station to continue their fight. And things escalated quickly when it transitioned from taunting to full-out violence, with the man in the hat overpowering the other in a fistfight. But that's when things took a dark turn, with the other man taking out a knife to stab him in what was claimed to be an act of self-defense. The shoplifting incident went terribly wrong here. These men entered the gas station store with the intentions of robbing the place. The employee noticed this and decided to take matters into his own hands, following them after they left the store, only to get shot by the men just moments after they realized he was on their tail. He died at the scene. The next clip looks straight out of a horror movie. The gas leak in South Korea led to a massive fire to erupt and burn down an entire neighborhood. This huge explosion was enough to send the entire gas station up in flames and all the neighboring buildings, trees, and cars. 5 people were injured in the incident. A man is shot and killed over just 2 soda bottles in this gas station footage. This man walks into the store and steals 2 sodas, and the gas station clerk immediately confronts him. But things soon take a turn, with the employee pulling out a gun and shooting it in the direction of the man's car. But instead of hitting the thief, it hits an innocent bystander instead. This clip shows this 46-year-old man's unfortunate run-in with criminals at a Citgo gas station in Chicago. Watch as a car pulls up in front of the man's vehicle, which is by a pump, and 3 masked people run out of the car. Soon the man is surrounded by gunmen, with them opening the doors to grab him and get him out of the vehicle. The gas station captured this gruesome fiery car crash on the street right next to it. Upon impact, both cars immediately combusted, going up in flames. The oncoming car was going so fast that it sent both of the cars flying across multiple lanes, smashing into a sign of a business next to them. A woman died after a car accident with her own SUV in this gas station footage. The video showcases the woman's partner washing the car, and then after finishing up, he attempted to park the car to dry off. But he did so while the car was still in gear, so the vehicle backed up by itself, hitting his wife. When he realized what was happening, he hopped in the vehicle to try and hit the brakes, but instead he stepped onto the gas. A murder was caught on this gas station's surveillance cameras. The gray van pulls up to the pumps and a man in a white shirt and a mask exits from the passenger side. Without hesitation, he pulls out a gun and aims it at a target inside of the gas station, who ultimately did not end up surviving the gunshots. This clip shows 2 groups of people in a heated altercation in front of a Brooklyn gas station. It first started with the boy in all black calling out to the other group, antagonizing them. After some time, they approach and immediately the conversation doesn't go well. The 2 groups are yelling at each other and things clearly seem to be getting out of hand. Although witnesses try to break it up, it doesn't work, and unfortunately, one of the men end up getting stabbed by the boy in the red shorts. The victim did not survive. This scary gas station footage depicts a situation no one wants to be in when they're filling up gas in the middle of the night. Out of nowhere, 2 men approach the gas station with weapons in hand, attempting to hold up the 2 other men there. Take a look at the man in the red shirt. He walks into the store as if it's any regular day, positioning himself behind an ATM, but all of that changes when his partner in crime walks in masked up. Just seconds after getting inside, he pulls a gun on the man in gray by the door, shooting him. The man in the red shirt also fires some shots at another customer in the store. The two of them then leave, believing that their victims had passed. If you don't look closely, you'll miss it, because at first glance this just looks like an ordinary gas station surveillance. There isn't even a car parked by the pumps. But when you direct your attention to the top right corner where there's a street view, that's where the real terrors are, because a 15-year-old girl can be seen being forced into a green van by a man. The car then speeds off out of sight of the camera, with the fate of the girl behind left unknown. This truck driver managed to record the wreckage that was the car that hit him. The driver had parked his truck at a gas station to make a delivery when this car slammed into it, which caused the entire body of the vehicle to be completely ruined. And interesting enough, the truck was left without a dent and in perfect condition, while the car that hit it had nothing left but bits and parts. This Tesla and its driver are in big trouble after it flies through the streets right into the pumps of a gas station. Just seconds after impact, the vehicle bursts into flames, leaving little to no hope for the car as well as its driver. That's because this Tesla had been stolen by none other than its owner's 15-year-old son, who took the joyride to extreme lengths. Although filling up gas may seem like a task you can do on autopilot, that's not the case. Because if you're not careful, incidents like this might happen. Watch as this car starts driving away from the pumps, all while the hose is still attached to their vehicle. You can see the moment panic starts to set in by watching the passerby scream out at the driver, pointing frantically at the hose only for it all to be too late, because the car doesn't notice and pulls the entire pump down, causing all the vehicles in the vicinity to catch fire. Everyone starts running for their life, with some abandoning their bikes at the station to try and get a few extra inches of distance away from the flames. The person in blue is about to be in for a shock. They're minding their own business, filling up their gas, when out of nowhere this vehicle drives into them head-on. The car clips the guy before sending his vehicle backwards from the impact. We don't get to hear the full conversation in this clip, but it's obvious that the guy in the blue shirt is not happy about it and might even start a gas station incident on his own after that. This is why you don't get high and drive, because not only do you end up taking off somebody else's car door, but you also drive straight into gas station stores. Thankfully there was no one in the danger zone inside, but if there was a PSA ever to not smoke and drive, this would be it. This man didn't just leave the gas station with gas, he also got himself his own souvenir. At a red light, this driver quickly gets out of his car to rip out a gas nozzle that's still inside of his vehicle. He throws it into the back of his truck and gets into his car like nothing happened. Having extremely fast reflexes may not have been on the job description for gas attendant, but it's situations like this that prove why it should be. This man is sitting in front of a pump waiting for the next customer when suddenly he jumps out of frame, just moments before a vehicle comes hurtling towards him, crashing directly into the pump he was just in front of. At that speed, the car is literally totaled, so you can only imagine what could have happened to the gas station attendant if he hadn't gotten out of the way in time. If there was an award for the most creative way to ruin your car, this person might win it. Instead of going to a fair or carnival, this driver decided to just play bumper cars with his own vehicle, ramming it repeatedly into the car in front of him at this gas station. But if the driver's goal was to damage the other car, they might not have been successful, because from this clip it seems like their car is the one suffering, so all that ramming might have just been for nothing. While most people try to avoid gas stations while stunt driving, these two drivers are purposely using the pumps as a course to drift on. And while this clip might not have shown an actual incident yet, based on the way that black car was slipping and sliding, the next time might not be as safe. This woman is not having a good day, and she decided to make it everyone's problem. Watch the gray car as it drives around this gas station lot in West Palm Beach, crashing into quite literally everything, from cars, buildings, and almost even people. Gas stations have all sorts of gas, especially in the middle of the night, but it's not often that a gas comes without a car, or even the hands and legs to operate one. The road leading up to this gas station ends up blocked off by this alligator, who decides that instead of making it to the other side of the road, it was just going to rest right in the middle. That way no cars can make it to the gas station. This rental van driver's last-minute lane change could have turned into something disastrous. This dashcam footage captures this driver switching lanes in the middle of the intersection, causing the car behind him to have to swerve onto the curb nearby, which just so happens to be right next to a gas station. The footage shows just how closely the car got to the parked vehicles at this gas station, which were right next to the pump. Even the tiniest bump from the van could have sent this car right into the parked one and caused a major accident. These are a few lines that ever get this long, especially when it comes to cars. This clip here showcases the queue for a gas station in France, right in the midst of a fuel shortage in the country. This dashcam footage shows a terrifying what-if situation. It's the middle of winter, and as this truck is pulling up to the gas station, its wheels spin out due to the ice and snow. The driver loses control of the vehicle for a few seconds before they can re-steady the wheel in the car, thankfully before it reaches the pump. But if the situation had been any different, this could have been a much deadlier outcome. This e-bike was just inches away from a collision. The biker doesn't even look left or right before stepping on the gas, zooming through the gas station and onto the street next to it right as oncoming cars are closing in. When you're working on the wrong side of town, you never know what might happen. This gas station worker decided to record his experience working at this particular gas station. It quickly escalated from him just sweeping the floors to something a lot more intense. The man can be seen hiding by a parked car as gunshots ring out. Although the clip doesn't capture where the gunfire is coming from, the close proximity of the sound is enough to indicate that it's close enough. The worker then ends the clip off on a humorous note, suggesting for customers to go home as he walks towards the store for shelter. If you're working the night shift, then you're bound to see some crazy things every once in a while, especially if you're a gas station attendant. This surveillance footage captures this intense fight that's happening in the lot at 2 a.m. A bunch of people can be seen talking with a person inside of a gray vehicle. The discussion quickly gets heated, turning into a fight, with the people outside clearly yelling at the driver, even approaching his window. But instead of resolving their conflict with words, the driver decides to give the others a good scare by driving into them. What they didn't expect was that one of the people would manage to hop on top of the hood of the car, climbing all the way up to the top. Instead of letting him down, the driver proceeds to step on the gas, speeding out of the lot while the man is still holding on to the top of the car. The footage shows the car driving off all the way down the street until it's no longer in view with the camera. These two people are in for a terrifying surprise. Just as this scooter pulls up to a gas station, a bull comes charging in from out of frame. Frantically, both the driver and the passenger jump out of their seat, abandoning the scooter and running on foot. The bull then rams into the gas pump, knocking it over. With how much sheer force that took, you can only begin to imagine what could have happened if the bull had charged at the two women on the scooter instead. This Rio Claro gas station is completely engulfed in flames because of an explosion with a nearby gas truck. But if you thought this fire was bad, just wait, because it only gets worse from here. As the fire continues to grow, the entire gas station is blown completely to smithereens, and even the person recording the video standing a distance away can barely dodge the damage. The explosion and the fire take over the entire frame, and when the person recording pans the camera back to the gas station, there's nothing but scraps left of the place.
Agora, rapaziada, agora aqui, ó. Nossa, malandro. Vai. Nossa, o negócio tá sério, rapaziada. Explodiu tudo aqui, ó. Ó o posto. Vai passar com o posto aqui, ó. Nossa, malandro.
Firefighters are used to all sorts of scenarios. Putting themselves in danger is all part of the job description, but there's some incidents with much higher risk than others, like this particular one here. This car is on fire right next to a gas station, probably just minutes away from causing a major explosion. The firefighters arrive just in time to put out the flames before the fire can spread.
That car is seriously on fucking fire. I'm starting to think we should get out of here.
Or like to the other end of the parking lot. I gotta watch this, man.
Dude,
if we get to the other...
What if it hits the gas stations, though?
Let's not get closer to that.
This Venezuelan worker might be a bit confused. If you missed the beginning of this clip, you might just be thinking that he's mopping the ground with some water. But that liquid is actually something much deadlier than that, because the worker had used the gas pump and its nozzle as a hose, spraying the entire floor of the gas station with gasoline and then using a mop to spread it around. This police body cam footage shows an insane foot chase that happens at this Exxon gas station in Kennewick, Washington. Police had arrived on scene as there was a sleeping man inside of a parked vehicle by the gas pumps. Immediately after waking up, the man was confrontational, clearly unhappy with the heavy police presence.
Hello, Kettle Police. Kettle Police, wake up. Hello, Kettle Police. Hey, you alright, man? Fine. Okay. Well, you were passed out of the pump for a little bit. You wanna go ahead and turn the car off?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. You're just gonna take off?
I have to, bro.
Why?
Because I have somebody to.
No, just turn the car off right now.
No, sir.
Let's turn the car off.
No, don't.
Get out of the car.
Back up. Back up. Back up. I have to.
The police asked the man to get out of the vehicle, but instead of doing so, he reaches to the passenger side of the car, presumably for a firearm. The man then exits the car, running away from police on foot. The officers follow suit, with the entire ordeal captured completely on body cam.
I have a condition. Leave me alone.
Fine, get on the car.
Leave me alone.
On the ground. Get on the ground.
Get on the ground. Chase me. Don't do it.
Northbound or CCB.
I have a gun in my hand. Don't do it.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
Drop the gun!
Hang on to his dispatch. He's got a gun. Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Do not move!
Where's the gun at? Where's the gun?
Straight out!
Channel, with me!
There's a reason why certain things are illegal, especially when it comes to cars. This man had both a natural gas tank and a propane tank operating in parallel on his car, which is a method many drivers use illegally to try and switch to cheaper propane when driving. However, this definitely ended up costing him much more money than he saved, as during this trip to the gas station his car literally exploded. The repair fees definitely won't be cheap with how much damage was done to the car. He might just have to buy a new vehicle altogether, which makes saving those extra few dollars with the propane kind of worthless. A classic yet fatal driver mistake. Driving off with the gas nozzle and the hose still attached to your car. This car can be seen heading out of the gas station lot without realizing the hose was still stuck to their car. After a short drive, the gas pump is completely pulled out of the ground. Smoke quickly disperses, and just seconds later, a giant explosion burns down the entire station. You can see everything falling apart piece by piece in the footage until the fire grows so big that it consumes the entire frame. It's a common saying that parents are superheroes, but this man truly fits the bill. A man arrives at the gas station, weapon in his waistband, undoubtedly intending to rob the place. Inside, there's a father holding his 7-month-old baby in his arms, who's the first to make contact with the gunman. With a phone in one hand and his child in the other, the father swats away at the robber to keep him at bay. With this action, he manages to push the robber out the door while he scrambles to get away to keep him and his child safe. It can be tricky trying to get your car in the right spot by the pumps, but this driver managed to miss the mark entirely, landing himself in a ditch across the street from the gas station rather than anywhere near it.
Sir, how in the hell you missed that big ass driveway and drive in the ditch?
When you get 8 years old, you might miss the whole.
You need to put these damn cars down if you can't drive them. You done put the whole damn car in the ditch. So that driveway 28,000 feet long.
We've all missed our exit or entrance before. Sometimes you just aren't paying attention. Or other times you turn at the completely wrong angle and end up driving right into the pumps instead of next to it. Watch as this car swerves into the gas station lot, ramming itself headfirst into one of the pumps. Thankfully all it did was knock the pump on its side. But watch closely as the car just resting there for a moment, as if the driver is contemplating their next move, and then it zooms off as if pretending nothing even happened. In 2010, Robert Alvarez and Darnell Raz walked into the Circle K convenience store in Green Aces, Florida, armed with a rifle and a handgun. What's disturbing about the case is that the clerks were found dead for a robbery of $71. The two robbers were gone in 55 seconds, but before they left, they executed both clerks with no hesitation. The footage shows us the interrogation by deputies of Robert Alvarez.
I'm required to warn you before you make any statement you have the following constitutional rights. You have the right to remain silent and not answer any questions. You understand that?
I understand completely.
Any statement you make must be freely and voluntarily given. You understand that?
I understand.
Okay. You have the right to the presence or representation of a lawyer of your choice before you make any statement during any questioning. Yeah?
All right.
If you can't afford a lawyer, you're entitled to the presence or representation of a court-appointed lawyer before you make any statement during any questioning. Got that?
Yeah.
If at any time during the interview you do not wish to answer any questions, you got to remain silent. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
During the interrogation, Robert seems chill and calm and asks for water as he has no regrets.
I'll get you that other.
They ain't spitting it, did it?
Come on now,
We don't
man.
do that shit.
You might like that, but we ain't.
I don't want to do nothing like that, bro. That's disgusting and disrespectful.
I agree.
Like that.
I agree. Why would they
like
do that
spitting in
shit?
someone's face. I don't do nothing like that.
Hold on, man. I got put the cuffs in front of me.
Let's stand up. They double up.
There you go. Oh yeah.
That's my cupcake. I'm waiting. Is that okay?
Get your water. Sit down. Be cool. We're thirsty, huh?
He's asked to take a DNA test, but he refuses and said that he prefers to go to jail.
What's going on? Let me know what's going on.
All right, I'll just tell you right here. Judge Glenn Kelly signed it. Glenn Kelly.
All right.
Well, I'll explain it to you easy so you understand. He says there's enough probable cause for these charges for us just to take saliva standards and hair standards. But you're not going to be charged with these.
Okay.
What we're going to do is compare your saliva and your hair standard to some items we found.
Okay.
And that way, this is how we're going to determine whether it's you or not. If it ain't you, you ain't going to be charged with that.
The suspect tries to act like a victim. He's also asked about the tattoo on his arm that says Deathstroke, and he responds that when he was younger, he felt that the world was against him and everything was wrong. Ultimately, he agrees with the DNA test, but the most shocking is Alvera's attitude.
It's gonna hurt?
No, it ain't gonna hurt.
It's not gonna be like excruciating, but I'm pulling hair out. I don't want you to like punch me in response to something.
I'm not gonna hit you. I won't hit you. Look, I swear to God, look, I want you to know, look, ma'am, I ain't finna hurt you or touch you in no type of way.
I'm fine with that. I'm just, people
Okay,
sometimes
look,
have a
I'ma
reflex
do this,
action
look,
where
I'ma
they...
do this, yeah.
What do you think? Have you heard about this case before? On April 2nd of 23, a woman allegedly gave birth in a gas station bathroom and left her baby dead there. Texas authorities released the gas station footage capturing the moment. The gas station footage shows a white Cadillac pulling up to the gas station at 9:59 p.m. and a woman getting out of the vehicle to enter the restroom. When she comes out, she has blood on her legs and she walks back to the Cadillac and drives away. A person had to clean the restroom, saw the baby in the toilet, and thought it was a disgusting prank of the store clerk, thinking and reporting that it was a doll. The Houston Police Department identified her as 25-year-old Diana Guadalupe Zavala Lopez and was charged with tampering with evidence and a human corpse. Diana tried to leave the country but failed, and during the interview she stated that she didn't know she was pregnant and felt pain and contractions after leaving a party. She stopped at the gas station and went to the restroom. She first stated that she was feeling something coming out of her, but she flushed the toilet and never looked into it. What are your thoughts on this case? Does it remind you of any other? Come here. On August 23 of 2022, 52-year-old Melvin Porter allegedly took his ex-girlfriend hostage and forced her to drive for hours after swapping places with her co-worker whom Porter had allegedly kidnapped. Porter was found at a Shell gas station and his ex-girlfriend managed to make him stop the car to use the bathroom. When police arrived, there was a shooting between the police and Porter and he was pronounced dead at the scene. The police body cam shows us what happened when they arrived. As we see, Porter's ex-girlfriend is with the officers and they're running to find Porter.
You okay? Yes. You okay? You're all right.
Thank you.
You're okay.
Thank you.
You're okay. You're okay.
She thanks the police and he tries to keep her calm, telling her that she's okay and safe now. Later on during the prosecution, Porter was shot and instantly dead. On August 2nd of 23 in Neenah, Wisconsin, officers were trying to arrest 37-year-old Nathan Breeze in an undercover drug operation. The MEG unit forces were performing a controlled drug bust from Breeze. After the buy, they followed Breeze to the gas station where they intended to arrest him but ended up with Breeze being shot and dead. The police body cam shows us what happened during the arrest. Keep watching. In the CCTV footage, we see the suspect entering the gas station store and paying. At that exact moment, officers arrive and start chasing him. Breeze tries to run and the police shoot him.
Hey, Breezy, get out of the ground! Get out of the ground right now! Down!
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Stand by!
Officers stated that he spun around quickly and pulled up his shirt to the front with one hand, and his other hand went towards his waist with his elbow flared out, and they felt Breeze was going to try and shoot them.
Hey, Breezy, get out of the ground! Get out of the ground right now! Down!
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Stand by!
This is probably the most disturbing robbery you can find anywhere. Most robbers use guns to threaten cashiers, but this robbery blew my mind. As you see, a man dressed in a clown mask enters a gas station and threatens the cashier with a sword to rob it. The most disturbing but original robbery I've seen.
Bring it down. Bring it down a notch, please. Please. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help. All right. Can you just?
The following video shows how Karen got herself arrested at a gas station after a domestic dispute between her and her boyfriend. Officers received a call and the body cam footage shows us what happened next. When they arrive, Karen's boyfriend tells the officers she punched him in the face and that she left in another direction, screaming.
Hello. What's going on?
48 to hear you.
Who did?
My girlfriend.
Who here?
This is my mother.
Oh, your mother?
I'm trying to slam her head against the day of my brother that just left us here.
Just okay.
I'm not even drinking.
No, just.
I'm a sober person who got shot. I just had heart surgery.
Okay. Who?
She ran off that way somewhere.
Oh, she.
Screaming at the top of her lungs.
Oh, where does she live?
She lives in Elyria.
Okay, so she
came here for my mom's birthday.
But she's just walking down the.
Yeah, she's screaming. You don't hear her?
The officers drive through to find Karen, and when he finds her, she's still screaming.
Can I please get some help?
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, relax. Bring it down. Bring it down a notch, please. Please. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. Can you sit down? I can see. I can see. Ma'am.
Just turn me away like I'm a
Ma'am, can you just sit down for me?
Yes!
Do you want medical to come out and check you out?
Yes, and please, I'm epileptic!
Why are you yelling at me?
Because this little help me, and then this
Stay down. Alright.
The officer tries to calm her down, but she keeps yelling, so the cops reduce her. Karen keeps claiming that she has an abusive boyfriend and that she's the one who calls them. Officers handcuff the woman and take her into custody. But suddenly, the woman opens the door of the car and yells that she's being ignored, kicking and breaking the police car's window.
And thank you. Oh my god. Hey! What are you doing?
Listen to me!
You're gonna get a ticket.
None of you guys are listening to me! You're ignoring me!
Then
why are you ignoring me?
Look how you're acting.
Why are you listening to me?
Look how you're acting.
Because you guys are listening to me!
Anything else?
No, that'll do it.
This robbery is the friendliest I've ever seen. A man enters a gas station and when he has to pay, he asks the store clerk to empty the till for him. What's most shocking is that he's committing a very polite robbery, claiming he's sorry to do this, but he has kids, rent to pay, and bills.
Empty the till, put your bills right here. I'm robbing you, sir.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I know I am, sir. I realize that. And I really am sorry to have to do this. But I've got kids.
How about if I give you $40 and this is it?
Well, I can't do that, sir. I've got rent to pay, I've got bills, and the kids need to eat.
The clerk gives the robber the money, and the robber even thanks the clerk and tells him that he's going to bring everything back.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I really am sorry, and if I ever get back on my feet again, sir, I'll bring it back.
The robber keeps apologizing, and the robbery ends with both of them thanking each other.
I'm sorry. God be with you, man.
Thank you very much, and with you too.
Thank you.
Have you seen anything familiar before? Let us know. People aren't always aware of the dangers of driving and drinking. In 2022, Marion police were called because a vehicle hit a bicycle which caused a flat tire on the vehicle. The driver is an 18-year-old girl who was celebrating her birthday with her 22-year-old sister and their mother. The police body cam captured the moment when officers arrived. As you see, the two sisters are talking to the officer and claiming nobody was driving. Later on, one of the sisters say that she was driving and she doesn't remember hitting a bicycle.
You guys haven't been here for 20 minutes. Somebody just saw you guys driving down Greenwood and you ran over a bike.
We know Greenwood. You walked back. We're not even from here. We're from Bucyrus. And she said she wanted to come here, so I drove her here. Listen, and it's so my birthday. Here. I saw she needed gas, so we put us here.
The mother starts yelling at the officers because they want to search the car, and the fact that they're drunk starts to become clear.
What was your probable cause?
Open container, she just told you.
From Dewan, it's down the street. If you don't
okay,
lower your voice,
still in your vehicle.
Going to jail. Do you understand?
The officer does a mobility test on the driver to see if she can drive, but she doesn't pass. The cop asks her how much she had to drink, but she reassures that she didn't and tells them that all she did was smoke or vape. Officers tell them that the girl is being arrested and both get nervous. The sister hits her mom and the cop decides to arrest her as well.
Hey! Stop! I'll tell you what.
Don't fucking
You're about to get arrested
I'm trying to find out what's wrong with your
sister. As a matter of fact, stand up.
God damn!
Stand up.
Okay. What are you arresting her for?
She just backhanded you, and she's intoxicated.
She's drunk.
When at the station, the driver is asked to provide a urine specimen, but as she refuses, she gets arrested and taken to jail. The driver also gets arrested. Breaking a nozzle is something that can happen to anyone, but this customer seems not to care at all. This video was taken by another customer and shows how a man breaks the nozzle at the gas station and leaves with no regret, leaving the broken nozzle on the parking lot floor. This terrible footage shows how two gas station workers are falling asleep while working. The clerks are talking to clients and charging them, and both are in a strange attitude. The lady on the right is falling asleep and the other one can barely open his eyes. The video went viral and people stated that both of them were working while on fentanyl. This video will certainly disturb you. The footage was taken by a customer and shows a cashier at a gas station acting in a really disturbing way.
Don't go to jail. Look it. You got shit all over the place. Don't go to jail. Don't. What's wrong? Stop. Stop. Talk to me. Chill out. Talk to me. What's wrong?
The cashier is acting as if she was possessed and the customer is trying to understand what's happening to her. Another customer arrives and both try to understand what's wrong but have no clue.
Dude, I don't...
Following me.
Ma'am, I'm just trying to tell you.
Oh,
you got...
no, I have it all on tape right
No,
here.
no, look, you pulled the hose out at the gas station
right,
back
sure
there.
Karens don't argue for logical things, and this is a clear example. The video was taken by a man who was just trying to tell a woman that she pulled the hose out at the gas station. As a good Karen, she films everything and believes that the man is following her.
Following me? Ma'am, I'm just trying to tell you.
Oh, no, I have it all on tape right here.
No, look.
Karen's face gives a complete turn when she realizes that she pulled the hose out at the gas station. And she says okay and finally leaves.
Right no, look, you pulled the hose out at the gas station
right,
back
sure,
there. Yeah.
Pulled the baby.
So I'm just chilling, like, inside. And I noticed this car has been here for like an hour already.
Would you abandon your car at a gas station? Well, this driver did. The video was filmed by a customer and shows a car that had probably crashed, abandoned at a gas station with no explanation.
This motherfucker left his car like this. How the hell do you do that?
Probably the owner didn't like the crash, so he just abandoned the car. This video will make you laugh. A man is trying to fill his car's tank and suddenly a lady appears. The lady starts yelling and asking him why he's driving this car.
What? You're going to hell.
For what?
What the heck are you driving this big
not hit my car.
gas guzzler?
Lady, I'm just trying to fill my tank up,
Hey,
alright?
wait a minute, are you filming me?
Yeah.
You better put that away or
Then the lady realizes that she's being filmed and gets angry. She starts screaming that she's not letting him get out of the gas station, and when the car honks, she pretends that she's been hit by the car.
I'm not letting you go anywhere in this big gas guzzler.
Hey, move.
No! Ah! I call the cops, that's it.
This robbery is scary. A car pulls up and a group of hooded men enter the gas station store committing a robbery. The other customers are told to lie on the ground while the thieves collect everything valuable. When the robbers have everything they want, the other customers try to get up, but one of the robbers reappears and they lie again on the ground. The robbers keep collecting money from the cash register and finally leave. When they go, customers get up and return to their vehicles. When most of us think about a robbery at a gas station, we imagine a thief robbing the cash register. However, that's not always the case. In this video, we see a woman refueling her car when all of a sudden a man appears. The man gets inside the car, and even though the woman tries to stop him, he gets in and drives away. The woman falls to the ground as she was holding the nozzle. Shoplifters use many creative ways to perform their robberies. As we've seen in this video taken by the camera of a store, two men enter. Both are trying to find the clerk to keep him under control and shoplift without any risk. The clerk, however, knows every single trick they have. The clerk starts hiding in circles and confuses them and then confronts them. The security camera at a gas station captured the moment a woman destroys the gas station store.
I don't know what we have. You do know there was a store house where we can obviously intoxicated like that. You know, I ain't about to sell it to none of y'all because he grabbed it for his beer. All right, have a good one. Right across the street, Chris. All right, have a good one. Stay cool.
As you can see in the footage, a couple enters the gas station store and attempts to buy some alcohol. When the store clerk noticed that they're both intoxicated, they refuse to sell them alcohol. The couple leaves the store and everything seems fine, but the woman decides to go back.
You wanted to add? No, ma'am. Back there? No, ma'am. You want me to make sure somebody in the parking lot when you get off?
Oh, I ain't worried about all that. You ain't worried about all that. What? You mad because I'm enforcing rules?
You was what?
You mad because I'm enforcing rules?
You was going to do what? You did say you was going to do what now? Bring your bitch ass outside. I'll put y'all each other in the air.
No, you ain't mad enough. Stop.
The woman starts throwing things at the clerk and starts destroying everything. Finally, the woman leaves and the terrible moment for the workers comes to an end.
Great job. Great job. Can you?
This video shocks me every time I watch it. A snake got stuck inside a gas pump and couldn't get out, catching the attention of many people at the gas station. Lucky for the snake, a man decides to save the snake and pulls her out of the pump. A real hero. Have you ever seen a snake inside a petrol pump? Certainly not something you see every day. The snake was spotted slithering inside a petrol pump in a Kansas gas station and was reported by a motorist who saw it. He took a video to show the staff, and the next day the snake was rescued.
We got a call. Someone's pointing guns. This is the vehicle they gave.
No,
that's why I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I literally just got here.
I'm trying to figure out a description for the male that did this.
No, I get it, Billy.
So once they get me that, we'll...
In 2023, a 34-year-old off-duty cop called Michael Barreco was involved in a firearm incident at a Circle K gas station in Albuquerque. The security and body cam footage shows us what happened when the cops arrived. The victim said Barco flashed his lights using a PA system and identified himself as a deputy to the two men who pointed a gun at them. Keep watching.
Okay, thank you. Hi, sir. So over here at Circle K, we're leaving Circle K, and we're out there opening your candy, getting ready to leave. And this guy, he's on a PA system and turns some lights on and says, "Get out of here! Get out of here! Take your business elsewhere." And we know what he's talking about. So then. I just said, excuse me. I started walking like this, and he pulls his gun out on me. He says,
As we see the body cam, officers are talking to the witnesses and they tell them what happened. The officer asked the suspect for the ID and told officers he didn't have a gun and didn't point at anyone.
Silver Dodge, a gentleman pointing a gun at somebody else saying he's going to take a soul and doing all that. Do you mind just stepping out for me real quick so I can complete my investigation? Because this is the truck that they named. And then you're sitting inside of it. I understand that. You saw me walk around the corner. I'm just trying to do my investigation, okay? Okay, just go ahead and step on out for me. Do you have a gun or anything? No? Okay. Go ahead.
So right now we have no federal charges, we have no offense charges.
Okay, 10-4. Did you have an ID with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yep. Literally just got here now.
So you don't have a gun or anything? I saw the vest in there.
Yeah, I got a vest.
But no gun? You're not pointing it at anybody or anything like that?
The suspect tells the officer that he's a cop and that the car is his county car. Later on, officers realize that he lied about having a gun. Other officers arrive and decide to arrest him.
Got some more investigation on what's going on, okay?
Oh, you got the fob.
Have a seat for me, man. Yeah, man.
The following video was taken by the security cameras of a gas station and was used to identify those responsible for a fire on Buffalo Road. In the footage, we see how a car caused burnout and then runs away. The footage helped to identify the driver as 18-year-old Ryan Odell, who confessed to performing a burnout in the parking lot and was charged with criminal mischief in the 4th degree and leaving the scene of a motor vehicle accident. This accident was captured by the security camera of the store's gas station and is one of the worst gas station accidents I've ever seen. Imagine you're working at a gas station and suddenly a car crashes into the store, even reaching the counter. I would be terrified. The following video will show you how never to pull into a gas station. This moment was captured by the security cameras of a gas station and shows us how a truck made a terrible decision. A white truck is heading towards the gas station when it suddenly cuts across and causes a terrible accident. The truck crashes head-on into another car and flips over. I'm sure that next time he'll think twice.
Dude, if you hit 50, I'm literally blowing up this car.
This is one of the fears of many people when filling up the car at a gas station.
What? Oh my god! What? Oh, what the f?
I guess they'll have to fill it again. Has this ever happened to you? Let us know.
Dude, what the hell? Doesn't it have a stop?